Hey folks, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the sneaky ways our minds get played because, let's face it, in a world full of clever hustles, knowing the tricks can feel like slipping on your own superpower cape. Today, we're unpacking the top 9 mind games that shape our choices without us even noticing. Think of it like a behind-the-scenes tour of your brain's wildest plot twists. We'll count down from number 9, blending some classic psych experiments, real-life gotchas, and a dash of aha moments that'll have you side-eyeing your next impulse buy. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's jump right into this mental maze. Starting at number 9, the decoy effect. Picture this: you're at the cinema, eyeing the snack counter like it's a battlefield. There's a pint-sized popcorn for a couple bucks, a medium tub that's oddly priced just a hair under the jumbo, and then the massive one that's only a smidge more. Why does that middle option feel like a total dud? It's no accident. It's a setup designed to nudge you toward the big score. That awkward middle choice? It's the decoy, lurking there like the third wheel on a date, making the large look like the hero you can't resist. Our brains are wired for showdowns. We chew over two paths like pros, weighing pros and cons. But toss in a third that's clearly the loser, and boom, decision made. It's like bringing a mismatched sock to a fashion show. Suddenly, your other outfit shines. Streaming giants nail this with their subscription tiers. The no-frills basic keeps it simple. The deluxe packs every perk under the sun. And that in-between plan? It's the oddball that whispers, why settle when the upgrade's right there? A few extra coins, and you're dodging those pesky upgrade nags like they're bad exes popping up in your feed. Swipe over to dating apps, and it's the same playbook. The free ride gets you in the door but leaves you squinting at blurry profiles. The top-shelf gold plan demands a fortune that could fund a small getaway, and the mid-tier premium? It slides in sweet, making you think, hey, that's fair, sign me up before I regret ghosting my wallet. It's all about that relative glow-up, turning what might have been meh into must-have. Next time you're staring down options, pause and hunt for the plant spot it, and you'll dodge the trap like a pro. Dropping to number 8, anchoring. Ever walk into a negotiation feeling like you've got the upper hand, only to latch on to the first wild number thrown your way? That's anchoring in action, your mind's sneaky habit of gluing itself to the initial figure, no matter how out of left field it is, and letting it steer the whole ship. It's like dropping an anchor in shallow water. Everything after just drifts around it. Auto dealers are wizards at this sleight of hand. They'll flash a luxury beast with a sticker that rivals your rent for a year, leaving you reeling like you've just seen a unicorn. Then, they pivot to the sensible ride suddenly. That mid-range model with its quirky rattle sounds like daylight robbery in reverse. You're handing over keys to your savings, grinning like you outsmarted the system. Lab coats back this up with a sweet little test. Spin a wheel to land on a random count like 500 or 50,000 jelly beans in a jar, then ask folks to estimate. Those who glimpsed the sky-high number puffed up their guesses, while the lowballers dialed it down. Pure fiction from a spinner, yet it hijacked their hunches. Even in whitecoat world, anchors hold sway. A doc hears, ow, my arm, and if your chart screams old rotator cuff drama, that's the story they cling to. Gunshot or not, it's probably that shoulder flaring up again. Retail racks pull the same strings. Imagine a T marked at $2, slashed to 40 with a dramatic strike-through. You're not shopping. You're slaying a deal, fist-pumping over a threadbare steal that was never premium to begin with. The fix? Shake off that first hook by scouting baselines elsewhere. Appraisals, reviews, whatever floats your boat. Your brain's a loyal pup. Train it to fetch facts, not fakes. Clocking in at number 7. The power of framing. Here's a brain teaser: 2 surgeons lay out the same procedure, but one paints it as 9 in 10 pull through unscathed, while the other drops 1 in 10 bites the dust. Identical odds, worlds apart in vibe. Why? Framing's the art of wrapping facts in feelings, turning cold stats into emotional roller coasters that yanks your gut before your logic catches up. It's like serving spinach as superhero fuel to a picky kid versus green mush. Same greens, different gulp. Campaign trails thrive on this spin. Hikes and do's become seeds for tomorrow's wins, reframing the pinch as a plot point in the grand adventure. Researchers ran a clinic trial on bug-zapping treatments, twin plans, one spotlighting souls spared, the other mourning fates sealed. Folks flocked to the sunny side, dodging the doom even when the math matched. We humans? We're allergic to loss framed raw. It hits like a splash of ice water, while gains simmer like a cozy fire. Ad wizards dodge slab of mystery meat for artisan patty paradise, luring you with labels that taste better than the bite. In the therapy den, Pros flip scripts from scar that shattered me to forge that fueled my fire, morphing tragedies into triumph tales like editing a slasher flick into an epic rise. Lean into framing yourself. Next big choice, test the tint. Swap failure looming for lesson loading, and watch your mindset shift from storm clouds to silver linings. It's not magic. It's your narrative remote, grab it. Hitting number 6. Social proof. You know that spot downtown, the one with the spillover crowd snaking around the block? Meanwhile, the ghost town across the street gathers dust. Why the magnetism? Social proof's the herd instinct kicking in. If the masses are moseying that way, there must be gold at the end, right? We're pack animals at heart, scanning for signals like scouts in the wild, assuming the buzz means it's buzzworthy. A savvy eatery boss staged his own sting, hired extras to fake a frenzy at his flophouse door. Cue the copycats, real diners piled on, turning a dud into a dynamo by dusk. The grub? Still meh, but the mob mentality masked it. Scroll feeds, and it's amplified. A pic exploding with hearts and thumbs? Your scroll slows, suspicions asleep. Even if bots bulked the tally. Brands blast 8 out of 10 pros pick us, glossing over the 91 who ghosted the poll, 2 swamped scrubbing smiles, perhaps. A clever egghead tested the tide. Plant a few plants gawking skyward, and watch the wave build strangers halt, necks craning at clouds, chasing a phantom show. It's contagious curiosity, proof in the pudding of our if they, then me wiring. Spotted in the wild. Empty joint? Might be a gem. Packed palace? Probe deeper, could be hype or heaven. Arm yourself with your own compass. Don't just follow the flock lead or veer wisely. Sinking to number 5. The foot in the door ploy. It's the slippery slope of says, yes, starts with a whisper of a request, like mind holding my bag for a sec, and snowballs into you lugging boxes up 3 flights. Why cave? Consistency's our kryptonite. Once that tiny shore slips out, backing out later feels like betraying your own script, a self-signed pact you skimmed. Doorknockers mastered it ages ago. Flash a wee window, cling for drive-safe vibes, harmless, right? Heads nod. Fortnite flips, and they're hawking yard-sized signs screaming safety. Sticker sayers? Quadruple the yes rate, locked in by their prior nod. Apps lure the same. Free trial? Tap here. Then it's email bait, digit digs, and poof, your inbox deep in pitches. More junk than a beach picnic. Fringe groups finesse it finer. No, ditch your life opener instead. A chill chat circle. Escalates to escape the city, escapes. Then voila, you're uniformed and utopic. That inaugural no is your shield serum, deploy it early, and the cascade crumbles. So when just a GIF lands, counter with how about never? Save your afternoon, and maybe your autonomy. Number 4. The Ben Franklin flip. What if borrowing a favor from a foe flipped them into a fan? Ben himself scripted this twist, courting a career crusher by requesting a library loan from his stash. The rival? Beaming, book in hand. Days later, dinner invites flowed. Actions ante up evidence. Your mind reverse. Engineers affection to square the spend. It's self-swindle. Do a deed for a dud, and neurons narrate. Must mean I dig 'em, why else bother? Core cash in. Shape our setup survey snap? Not for your sage words, but to bind you in bias. Bigger the boon, bolder the brainwash pet, sit a pooch, and pup's owner pales as pal. Halls, and heirs honor you. Picture it. Your psyche's playing prosecutor, pinning pro on the perp to pardon the plot. Like a toddler tallying tales for the cookie crumb caper. Wield it wisely, sprinkle favors on fences. Watch walls wane. Or guard your gives. Don't let one chore chain you to cheer you don't feel. Nearing the top at number 3. Guilt's guerrilla warfare. It's the sigh that stabs, the line that lingers like guess I'll fade into the fest alone, turning your joy joystick into a joyless jam. No force needed. Just jabs at your don't dim their day drive, hacking harmony like a glitchy app. Parental pros or pitfalls, prime at prime. Mom's solo holidays again? Isn't a plea, it's a probe planting perpetual pangs, shadowing your soirees with sorrow sprinkles. Your conscience? A cornered cop, crumbling under cries, swapping schedules for solace. We skip you, so bam. Blueprints blanked for bonding. Often, it's osmosis from their own ops, echoes of elders' emotional elbow, a lineage of leverage. The deeper the devotion, the deadlier the dart. Affection's the ammo, and yielding, it reloads their rifle. Break the loop. Name it neutral, I hear ya, but here's my heart and gift grace without grovel. Guilt's a ghost, exercise it with edges. Silver at number 2. Love's lavish lure, the bomb that blooms too bright. Flooded with fawns, flattery fireworks, trinket treasures, you're my everything echoes, it's a rush like rain in drought. But hold up, that's the hook, reeling you into repayment with ribs. It's indulgence overload, a feast that flips to fiasco, gorge on the glow, then gag on the grip. They front-load the fantasy, but the bill's brutal. Boundaries blur, bonds break, balance bolts. Tinder tale, sparks to soulmate in 70, 2 hours, bling by 7 days, bunker by 30, our vibes VIP. Outsiders optional. Exit attempt? Despair daggers without you? I'm done. Neuroscience nods. Those adoration avalanches avalanche the same bliss blasts as highs, muting the too much. Alarm? Prey? Often the parched from past pangs, craved care feels like oasis, oblivious to the arsenic. True ties? Simmered stews, savory slow. This? Zapped zap, zing to zonk. Spot the surge. If it's storm before spark, steer clear, seek the steady simmer. And claiming the crown at number 1. Gaslighting, the grand illusionist. Born from a 40 seconds flick where a spouse sabotages sanity, flickering flames he feigns as fancies. Shifts she swears are spooks. Today's tactics? Stealthier still. Stash your stuff, then hunt with honey. Your head's been hazy keys again? It's erosion by whispers. Confidence crumbling like coastal cliffs. Queries creeping from did I to dare I feel. A office operator orchestrated it slick. Dates dodged. Then delusion? In duos misheard mate? Peers pegged him as puddle-brained. She snagged his seat with scripted slips. We aid the architect craving credence and kin. We concede maybe me to mend the myth. But blind spots breed it. Beacons like logs or lenses. Lightsabers to the lie. Arm up. Affirm your anchors. Audit the anomalies. Once the veil vanishes, the venom voids reclaim your reality, ungaslit and unbowed. Phew, what a whirlwind through the whispers of the mind, 9 notches that nudge us all. If this sparked some self-scans or sly smiles, drop a comment. Which trick trips you up most? Hit that bell for more myth-busting mind trips. Share with a pal who's prime for the plot twist, and I'll catch you in the next decode. Stay sharp out there, your brain's got your back, but only if you give it the reins. Peace.